then that they believe it, because people, I think, do more irrational things when you're a little when what's the word I'm thinking of, when you're a part of the blind leading the blind, because there are not any consequences. Everything's in God's hands. We've been instructed. We're just gonna drive through this, neighborhood, and if we hit anyone as we go through it, then God created that path and they got in the way.
Well, that was like one of the things that one of the lessons I learned on my mission, like for the first time, because like I was always just like following in the church, blah blah, but like when you have to start giving advice to people, and when you have to start promising people things that you're told to say, when you reach this point, you promise them this and you promise them that, or asking, situations would come up and your leaders would say, tell them this, tell them that. And like for the first time telling people things that I knew weren't true. Oh. That was the first time when I was giving people advice from like, okay, I'm supposed to promise them this, so I'm gonna do it because I have faith, but like in my mind I'm like, this is some bad advice, and then like seeing their life fall apart. And then that was the first time.
There has to be some accountability though.
But everybody's doing what they're told,
But that's the problem.
Right.
The blind leading the blind. Like you can't it's like certain people that we know in our life, when you ask them, but why do you believe this? I don't know, I'm just told. But why can you not drink a cup of coffee? I was asked that so many times in my life.
Right.
And I'd be like, well, because it's the word of wisdom. Well, what the hell's that? God has instructed us not to have it. God has instructed you to not eat an herb from the earth that was a bean that was ground up and strained through water, but you can eat a Big Mac. Well, I know, but what I'm saying is, what I mean? Like, coffee doesn't
Think about it logically.
Like, logically speaking, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, when you have to start asking those kinds of questions,
but Xanax and Diet Coke are
yeah, but Xanax and Diet Coke, fine, but like, but like when
I think that there's this little point, like for me, the example I was talking about, even when people are giving you, like your bishop or whatever, they're giving you this advice that they know they're supposed to give you, or they think they know they're supposed to give you, and so they're trying to be faithful, and they're overriding themselves because they want to help you, and they think I must be wrong. What I'm feeling is wrong. But I just think even when you believe in that you're supposed to be telling somebody something, there's
where's
little
that
catch.
flag?
There's just a little catch, like there was for me, like when I'm telling someone what I think I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
There's this little catch as it comes out of your mouth. There's this little catch in the back of your mind where you're like, I'm not sure this is the right thing to be telling them, or I don't think, you have that question, this isn't quite right.
I think it comes back to that whole parable. I was thinking about it just the other night. I was thinking about, who knows if this was even never said or whatever, but when Jesus said, when he was up on the cross and he was like, forgive them, Father, they don't know what they do. I always think in my head like in that song by what's his name, when he says, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. They throw these stones for they fear they're following you. Because I think that's the problem, is I think what you said is they're doing it because they feel like they're following God. That's why they're doing it. And the intentions are there. But it's like, I wonder though, where is that little piece in you though that says, ooh, we're being counseled by...
You refuse to let your personal compass override your...
Hitler thought he was doing the right thing too. Hitler wouldn't go around killing a bunch of people thinking, yeah, I'm going to hell for this. Hitler did it because he thought
he was getting rid of
he was cleansing the world of bad things. Does it excuse the things that he's done? Absolutely not.
No.
But
in this situation, like, he wasn't overriding like somebody else was telling him to do it. I don't know. I'm like, It's like when you let somebody else override your own compass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that's the part where I'm like, and I think that's what organizations in general can do when you get swept up in the whole zeitgeist of it all. Right. You're like, you don't trust yourself. You're like, it's more important to be obedient or whatever than to listen to your own inner
that and also you have, I think the minute you stop listening to yourself, you can't listen to yourself with everything, but if when you cut yourself off from your own life and place it into the hands of leaders in anything, you're going for a very dangerous ride, and you lose yourself. And I think that's the thing that I'm the most upset about this whole journey I've gone with the Mormon Church. I think the thing that I'm the most upset about, if I think about it, is that they kept me from him. And that's what upsets me. Is that they were, or even, I'm not even talking about Nick himself for sure, but I'm saying the concept of Nick, when I was a teenager, that I was kept from that. That bothers me. And it's going to take me a while because I'm kind of just barely this last year really started like coming into my own beliefs, and not just religiously, not just spiritually, politically, how I feel about everything. And I think this is a constant journey. I mean, we do it till the day we die. But I think that's the thing that it hurts the most inside of me, is that I was kept from something that was this good. That hurts a little bit. I feel that's a little stinger that's in me a little bit. Because I understand where they were going with alcohol. I understand where they were going with, on certain levels, sexuality and things like that, to like keep us from, getting having children, getting pregnant. I personally am on birth control, but I mean, you know what I mean? I get like that moral compass. Like I get it. What I don't get though is that fear. Just sitting in there, I remember being in Sunday school and reading that little For Youth pamphlet and talking about the section that talks about and they put homosexuality in there with child abuse and all those things. And I remember reading that, knowing as this child that I was different. And I remember thinking, what am I going to do? And I think that is a very adultified issue for children that are gay to deal with, if they have nobody to talk about it with. And that's why I did this. And it's not to tear down the Mormon religion, because I truly believe that they are trying to create, they're trying to enrich people's lives and help and make this life that's at times very difficult easier and give us hope. But like that guy said, and I adopt that, but when it stops doing that, it's time to join a new team.